right. Third time. I'm having to start counting my takes because I'll try and start and like 30 seconds into a take, my cat goes crazy. I'm looking at you. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Hermie. Now he's being cute. I've been noticing on my feed a lot of commentary coming up for someone called That Vegan Teacher. I knew nothing about this person. So I'm watching all this commentary on her. Sorry if that information kind of skipped a beat. But I watched maybe 5 or 6 videos on people commenting about her, and I'm like, she crazy. So then, of course, I had to go check it out for myself. And I learned something today doing a little bit of research. And when I say research, I mean super cursory. I spent 15 minutes on Google, okay? I'm kind of going to ignore all of her channels where she's dissing on other YouTubers, just because I don't really go for that. And frankly, she's dissing a lot of YouTubers that I really like. Yeah, in doing my research, back to that, I discovered that I am called a poultarian. I will eat poultry, but I don't eat beef and I don't eat pork. I can't eat red meat, and pork, same thing. It actually follows the same reaction as the red meat. I get a really bad GI reaction, so I just eat chicken and turkey. And fish. I do eat some fish, and I have to say that some fish because I'm actually allergic to some fish, including shellfish, especially shellfish, however you want to put it. So my diet is kind of restricted, but I had to do the research on that because I'm not a vegetarian because I'll eat chicken and I'll eat fish. That's not vegetarian. And I'll eat honey too, by the way. I've got like 3 pounds of it in my kitchen. Anyway, to the actual topic of this video, I was looking up some of her videos, and the first one that YouTube recommended, or not the first one, but the first one that I was willing to go to, was a video about her dog eating a rabbit. I'm going, okay, dogs be dogs. That's a thing. Well, apparently, she feeds her dog a vegan diet. Initially, that's concerning to me. So that caused me to then do again, that 15 minutes of worth of research, one of those things looking up, what am I actually called? A poultarian. Now I know. Is, can dogs be vegan? Because my initial instinctive reaction is no, they cannot. They have to have meat. There are proteins in meat. There are vitamins and things in meat. It actually says here amino acids. That's the word I was trying to think of. Amino acids, taurine, carnitine, L-carnitine. I think I said that right. But the first article I looked up, and this is a fairly recent article. This is from 2021. It's just now 2022. Feels like it took 20 years to get to 2022, which I guess technically it did. But it says, can dogs adapt to a vegan diet? And shows a beautiful little dog here. First statement, dogs prefer meat, but a vegan or vegetarian diet is possible with the right supplements. Okay, so it is possible. In general, dogs are omnivorous. They eat meat, fish, and poultry, but also can derive nutrients from a wide variety of sources, including vegetables, grains, fruits, and legumes. So it is possible. There's a lot of people screaming that she's abusing her dog. Technically, she's not. Technically, she's not doing anything wrong. But what I wanted to focus on, now that I'm like 5 minutes into filming, what I wanted to focus on is this video, which I will link in the description. I'm not going to share it because she actually shows her dog eating the rabbit foot, and that kind of bothered me, so I'm not going to totally gross the rest of you out. But if you want to watch it, it's down there. It's a little over a year old now. I think, hold on, what's the date on this? This is March 17th, 2021, so a little over a year old now from the filming of this, from when I'm filming. And it's that Bella vegan dog eats a rabbit. Well, then she goes on to explain they found parts of the rabbit, and she shows it, and that's why I'm not going to share the video. You're welcome to look it up for yourself. Where, and it's parts of the rabbit on the side of the road, and it's okay for Bella to eat parts of the rabbit because the rabbit was already dead, had probably been killed by a fox. Okay, that doesn't sit right with me on a personal level. Give me a moment to turn on my psychology brain. Yeah, she a hypocrite. Nuff said. I just, straight up, that's hypocrisy. Oh, it's okay if it's already dead. We just don't want to pay anybody to harm other animals. So you're saying that harming animals is okay as long as it feeds your narrative. Oh, no, 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 honey. You're either all in or you're all out. That, I don't believe in harming animals either. But I will pay someone to do it for me. So there. That was, yeah, the short of that. And then, of course, that caused the rabbit trail. Hey, I like it when I come up with a pun of my own. To remembering an episode of, I think it was Hoarders. And I could not find the exact video, but it's where a woman she had like 10 cats. She's a dirty hoarder. So there was this woman on Hoarders where she had like 10, maybe more cats, and she was feeding the cats a rice-based diet. And they actually had to call the ASPCA on her because the cats were all very, very thin. They were not healthy looking. Back to the vegan teacher, I will say her dog does look very healthy. Her dog looks very fit. Now I'm not a veterinarian. I don't know dog health. I work with cats the majority of the time. I don't work with dogs. I love dogs. I just have cats around. But yeah, and everything according to this article, which I will also share in the description for anybody who's curious, it says you can put a dog on a vegan diet. Cats, however, you cannot. Anyway, I couldn't find the actual episode of that episode of Hoarders. I know it was Hoarders. Do some more Googling real quick. You guys get to watch me Google. You can probably see it in my glasses. Episode of... Like, it's very specific. Oh! Found it. It's on YouTube, so maybe you know what, I will share, it's a little clip. I'll share that link too. But yeah, this woman is feeding her cats rice, basically. And they're all very, very thin. They don't look healthy. Cats have to have meat in order to really be healthy. Dogs, however, apparently can go with just supplements. Cats have to have meat, actual meat. But this article from the UK, cat owners who force their pets to go vegan risk making their pets seriously ill. RSPCA warns. RSPCA is like the ASPCA or the SPCA. They're all kind of the same basic idea. Pet food suppliers are giving in to demand of plant-based food for cats and dogs. The focus on cats is because they are technically carnivores and need meat. They rely on taurine, which I'm allergic to, but my cats can have it, vitamin A, and arachidonic acid found in meat. And I probably said that wrong. And this was published in November of 2018. That episode of Hoarders that I just looked up, it's on YouTube, or well, there's a clip of it on YouTube, is from 2020. Or that's when they uploaded it. So it was probably actually filmed around the same time this report was written. Pet owners who force their cats into being vegans could risk seriously damaging their health. Owners concerned with ethics and turning to veganism and vegetarianism and bringing their cats with them. First of all, it's one thing, like this is where I argue the hypocrisy. It is one thing for you to decide this lifestyle for yourself. You don't get to push that lifestyle on your pet. I've had argued with parents when parents are like, well, we're vegan and we feed our children a strictly vegan diet. By the way, the one I'm referring to, their child was extremely malnourished. This was not hard to see, not hard to figure out. The kid was hungry all the time. And it's like, your kid has to have certain proteins. It can be done with a human infant. It can be done with supplements. These people just weren't doing it right. Pet food suppliers are now following suit, with 1 in 6 now branching out into vegan and vegetarian foodstuffs for animals, which for dogs, I also looked up vegan food for dogs, vegan dry food, very much a thing. Purina does sell a vegan dry cat food. Please do not buy this for your cat. Please do not feed this to your cats. The dog food apparently is okay for dogs. However, you have to go to a veterinarian and you need to be giving your dog supplements on top of that. So back to this article here. A plant-based diet is not sufficient for a cat as they need taurine, vitamin A, and I already read that, arachidonic acid found in meat. It shows pictures of lovely kitties. The main reason I'm not sharing this screen is there are so many freaking ads. They're popping up all over the place. They're driving me insane. And I have my ad blocker on. Daily Mail. This is ridiculous. I know you gotta pay the bills, but I want to read the article, not stare at a bunch of commercials. Barry Bowman? I don't know who that is. I don't even recognize his face. Faced hostile backlash after placing his cat Uma on a strict vegan diet. The focus on cats is because they are technically carnivores and they need meat, opposed to dogs who can theoretically survive on plants alone. A spokesperson for the RSPCA said, under the Animal Welfare Act, this is UK, the law requires an owner to ensure all the pet's needs are met. That's kind of the same in America, so it's not too different. This includes a healthy diet, as well as suitable living conditions and protection from pain, suffering, injury, and disease. So, very much like with your own children, with human children. Cats are strict carnivores and depend on some very specific nutrients that are found only in meat, including taurine, vitamin A, arachidonic acid. I'm assuming it's the arachidonic acid they're referring to that's only found in meat, so can become seriously ill if they are fed a vegetarian or vegan diet. If an owner is considering switching their pet's diet, they should consult with their vet, which they should do anyway, to make sure it will meet all their pet's nutritional needs, which will depend on many factors such as age, health, and lifestyle. Experts agree that it is even a possible welfare issues, and warnings came after the National Pet Show in Birmingham this month displayed non-meat options to potential buyers, which is what I just looked up. I'm in shock that this is actually a thing because cats are obligate omnivores. I got it! I asked my vet about it, and he was like, yes, obligate omnivores, meaning they have to be omnivores. They don't have a choice in this, whereas dogs aren't obligate omnivores, they're just omnivores. So they don't have to have meat, but it's better if they do, if that all made sense. Okay, and then they're going down on this guy's cat, and that's basically how it ends. And I don't know who this guy is, but it basically says the cat is healthy, they've done welfare checks on the animal, and she's fine. Oh my god, the ads. The ads. Oh wow, people. Oh my goodness. Okay, so like I said, I will link that down below. I'll link that episode of Hoarders. Kind of interesting if you're forcing it on your pet. I don't believe people should even force that lifestyle on their children. But that's from having dealt with a family who were forcing that lifestyle on their children. They had a child who was still breastfeeding, basically. The mom came up unable to breastfeed, and she wouldn't feed the child store-bought formula because it might have meat in it. So she was, I kid you not, making her own plant-based formula. She never did tell us what was in the formula. Of course, after we passed it off to the powers that be. I hope she told them, but those kids were not healthy. Honestly, the mom and dad weren't that healthy either. For so many people that claim veganism is the healthier way to go, and I have seen that. I've seen that with friends where they've lost a lot of weight, they've gotten buff, they've gotten really healthy, and it's awesome and it's wonderful. But I've seen other people where they go vegan and like, it's almost like, bro, you're doing it wrong. You know, because they don't do well. So that's my short rant. If you're into this kind of thing, you know, like and subscribe. It's here somewhere. It's definitely down there. Look at this guy. Yeah, you want to smile for the camera? Please make her let me go. He's so sweet. All right, go free, little one. I was like, no, I'll hang out on your knee. Once in a great while, he will actually lay down in my lap. You gonna get up on the keyboard? Uh-oh, he's on the keyboard. Ah! It's okay. And I will feed him all the meat that he wants. Again, I'm a pollitarian, so he usually gets a little piece of chicken. They all do.